Thank you so much for staying tuned to this channel. If you just joined us, this is This Morning on ITV, Sunday's edition. Now, what I said, because of opening the show, I said we have two topics to really talk about. And of course, we're going to start off with what is happening right now in Edo State. Yes. I end up taking the whole space. We don't know. It all depends on how the spirit leads, okay? But still, we have two topics. But let's start off with Edo 2024 and the intrigues, or the factors one should consider in choosing a candidate. What do you think will be the factors for one to consider that prepare that person to be number one man of the state? With me here in the studio, I have a political analyst, political affairs commentator, joining to welcome President, Creator of Black Civilization Initiative, Honorable Destiny Inabulele. Welcome to TMI on this edition.
Thank you,
I appreciate your coming.
Nice to be here. Good morning, viewers.
All right. Very close to him, a vibrant youth, a mobilizer, political analyst, political affairs commentator, and entrepreneur, joining to welcome Eki Festus. Welcome to TMI. I appreciate your coming.
Viewers, good morning.
We're still very much talking about what will happen September, about the political space in Edo State. Some factors have been fingered to be what some persons will look forward to make sure that somehow they're able to get that particular office, to get that particular position that will give them the lift to become candidates or flag-carrying members of a political party. Some are hoping so desperately on their structure, that is on one hand. Others are hoping so passionately on the strength of their bank account. Why some are hinging their thrust on the convictions of citizens in Edo State. Putting all these factors together, how do you think candidates will emerge? How do you think Edo citizens will go out there to choose that person they feel would definitely make them taste the dividends of democracy after the tenure of Governor Godwin Obaseki? Let's take a look at factor one, structure. I'll start off with you, Honorable Destiny. Now, what do you feel about that factor? It's about saying, if you must have that capability or capacity to bulldoze through the political space, you must definitely have a structure without which you just can't do or say anything that will be tangible in the political space. Take it up from there.
Yeah, Mr. Wilson, let me first of all appreciate you and thank the ITV management for once again giving us the opportunity to lend our voice or voices as related to Edo 2024. You have raised a very fundamental issue that all and sundry need to ponder over. The issue of structure is very critical. It is germane in the political system. As you already know, I'm of the PDP extraction. The PDP is a leadership party. And to be very frank with you, I think and I know that all the aspirants, as we speak very just now, they are networking across the 192 wards of the state. And they are meeting stakeholders. They are interfacing with groups within and outside the states. So for us, the issue of structure cannot be wished away. And they are aware. And you know, very just now, we control the state. And the governor on his own path is aware of the structure. So for us, you already know that before now there have been some turbulence in the party, and I know they are trying to weather the storm and see how they can put that to rest. I know for sure that definitely they will put it to rest, because that is the first thing that we must do. So A man that his house is on fire cannot go to the marketplace and begin to dance skelewu. You must first of all put your house in order before going out. And we are doing side by side to see how both sides, can come together, have a formidable front to confront the opposition or oppositions.
Right.
Because as we speak very just now, it's no longer APC that is the opposition in this state. We have the third leg, which is the Labour Party. So for us, we are aware of this, and we want to make sure that we shouldn't leave the structure out of sight. And that we know for sure that within some few weeks from now, and I hope for sure that they will put it to rest. You know why I'm saying it? Because both parties, both actors, they are aware that if two brothers fight to death because of their father's inheritance, it is strangers
They'll
that will
take over the
inherit.
property.
So they are aware. They are conversant. They are aware. Thank you very much.
All right, I'll come back to you, Destiny. Over now to you, Festus. The issue of structure. Because I have the structure. I deserve the ticket. If you don't give me the ticket, I'll pull my structure out from your own structure, and that is going to affect you. It's happening right now in almost all political parties in Edo State. Take it up from there.
I want to first not agree with you when you use the word in almost all the political parties, because in APC, the party has the structure. Like what my honorable here just said, there are two structures in PDP, unlike in my party where the party has the structure. There are a lot of actors, political gladiators that are waiting to see who the party pick as their candidate. So what the biggest structure a political party should think of having is not an individual, but the party structure. In the 192 wards in Edo State, I believe we, the APC, we don't just have structure, we're on ground. And if you check the aspirants, those that are wanting to be the governor in my party, almost all of them have their personal structure. So
It's like you're contradicting yourself right now. You said the
I was
APC has the
going
structure.
there. I was going there.
Yeah.
And I said almost all the aspirants
They have their own
have their
structure.
personal structure.
Okay.
The reason why I have to use that word is, even if it's going to be indirect primary, that's why you see the aspirant going from local government to local government. They are trying to tell the people, I'm going to, if I'm there, this is what I'll do. And if you check individual basis, like, okay, permit me to mention a name.
No, for now, don't hold on with the
Okay.
names. When it's time for us to start mentioning names, stop mentioning names. So go ahead.
We have an aspirant in the APC that he can call people from the 192 ward. That is not the APC structure. If he's going to call from Ward 5 that I am from, he's not going to call the APC ESCOs, not the ward chairman, nor the ward women leader, nor youth leader. So that's why I said these people still have their structure. Like even if you say, okay, they didn't give me ticket, I'm leaving, you are not going with the ward chairman, the youth leaders of the 192 ward. So as a politician, like what you have said, the structure is very, very vital. That's where we are smiling when we look at some other political party that are telling us we are going to win, we are going to win. We just look at them and smile, because a house that is divided against itself, there's already a problem. You understand? So we are trying to see what will happen, like what my leader here said, that they are doing the touring and they are trying to harmonize at the same time. I guess from the calendar of the INEC, primary is going to be next month. So I pray the Lord help them.
You're praying against the Lord helping them anyway.
Yes, yes.
Hold on. Right now, I want to go for a break because we need to connect with someone from Germany. He's of the Labour Party extraction. Okay, let's get to hear from him also. We want to go for a break. When we return, we'll continue with this discussion. Don't go away. This is TMI Sunday's edition. It's all about factors to consider while picking on a candidate. We are drilling in right now on structure. We have other factors, but for now, we'll visit it on structure. Don't go away. We'll be right back. Thank you so much for staying tuned to this channel. If you just joined us, this is TMI. We're taking a look at Edo 2024 factors to consider in choosing a candidate. Yes, I have Honorable Destiny and Amulele with me in the studio. Don't forget to mention Eki Festos and all the way from Germany, Benjamin Mayor. Benjamin, how you doing this morning?
I'm doing great. How are you doing, Mr. Mondes?
All right. Well, we're just doing fine here in Nigeria. Now, we are taking a look at the factor that one may choose or consider in choosing a candidate or political party. We're taking a look at structure. You know, some of the people, they have the structure that the party cannot do without their own personal structure. We are asking the question, how does this affect the choice of candidates or political parties? You're from the Labour Party, right? So what do you feel about it? How does it affect your party?
I will first of all set it clear here. I resign from Labour Party, but that has nothing to do with the question of the day. I want to say this and say it very loud. Edo 2024 is a very unique election that will be coming up in this 2024. I think the way it seems right now, and I want to first of all commend the Edo sons and daughters both home in diaspora who are beaming their political searchlight towards the direction of the Edo Central to produce the next governor of Edo State. Even the Isakos is a very welcome idea. In my own opinion, I would say, and I stand by my words to say, choosing the next leader of Edo State be a ballot party, because we have been doing this party of a thing that brought us to where we are today, loyal to party, and questioning the character and the competence of the candidate that the party is forward. And don't forget, Edo State is one of the most electorally educated people in Nigeria. We do not vote based on party structures. We do not vote based on party affiliations. Edo people vote based on competency, character, equity, fairness, and justice. And you can remember what happened, for example, what happened during the second tenure of Godwin Obaseki, when they wanted to repeat what replicate what is happening in Lagos. Because when the Edo people stood up and said, Edo not be Lagos, you understand what that means. So we are not looking at party structures. And I'm very happy that most of my dear elder brothers who are rising from the Edo Central, very competent ones. I see my very elder brother, Mr. Aswen, Architect Michael Olivewen. These are competent leaders that are coming forward. I'm very happy, and a lot more is going to be joining the race very soon. So, in my own opinion, and in conclusion, I would say it's not about party structures. It's not about having that party creating their awareness. It has to do with the individuals and who is ready to tell us what the people of Edo State, how they are planning to take the development to a greater height. Because as of today, you can tell me, and most of us are living there, there is no roads in Edo State, there is no development on ground in Edo State. So every candidate or every aspirant that the party is going to be bringing forward, in the location where he or she is coming from, they need to come forward and tell the good people of Edo State, this is what we want to do, this is what I want to do.
All right.
And if probably the person, I would say, let's take it to the next dimension, where a candidate will forward and say, just like our principal will always say, Peter Obi, he will say, hold me accountable if those things are not done. That is the only way we can move Edo State forward. Thank you.
All right. I'll come back to you, Mayor. I'll definitely come back to you. Well, you heard him. He said it's not by structure.
Well, yeah, that's the area I wanted to. Let me quickly say something about. You see, now what we are talking, we're trying to situate it in the primaries. We've not gotten to
of course, yes.
So in getting it, it's based on party structure. What he's saying now, it is after the emergence of the various candidates across the political lines. So that's why I'm not a little bit, in tune with him, because now we are talking about who emerges at the various political parties. That is where the political structure and the who and who in the party play a very significant role. Because one thing that we must realize that every aspiration starts with the people and ends with the people.
Okay.
So for now, they are going from home to streets, to wards, and to families, and all of that.
All right, now
what are they doing? You see, it's a very straight. It's not a rocket science. The issue of primaries, structure has a very significant role to play. You cannot have been an aspirant, I've been a candidate, I've contested. I know exactly what he's talking about. It is after this hurdle that the issue that he enumerated comes to play.
Now, but in your party, there's this report, or let's say this insinuation that you have close to 3 to 4 internal structures in your party. Some are saying, from what they are saying, right, I don't know if it's true, you have to verify it, that the governor have his own structure, is backing a particular aspirant. The governor also do have his own structure, backing a particular, backing himself. You understand? We have also, is it the legacy or the group?
Listen.
And some are saying that it might just affect the party negatively.
No, hold on.
Yes.
Because I am an aspirant, that doesn't mean that the party is balkanized to the various aspirations. In PDP, I've said it earlier.
Yes.
The known, balkanization is that of the legacy and that of the governor. To some of us that follow the governor to PDP.
But they say there's one right now.
That's a mere speculation. You can take it to the bank. You see, for us in PDP, we know our problems, and we are working towards facing it. Unlike my brother here just now, that said that for them that their own structure is only one. And you are a journalist. You are a journalist.
Because
you are aware.
In English, you get to hear the term "talk your own."
Yes,
because he's going to say so right now.
No, hold on now. We're saying
yes.
There's a saying that a problem identified is half solved. Okay. I'm happy that they've not yet identified their own. So that's to say they still have a longer hurdle to cross. Or like they already identify our own. That's to say, solution is in sight. So for us, I want to appeal to he's my friend. Should go back to drawing board. We have heard, and I have equally interfaced with some APC persons that the structure of the former national chairman, who is now a senator, and the structure of the one of the fourth liner in Edo South, which to some of us have seen as a political dinosaurs from during the Zero Party until very just now, is another factor. So for us, that of the APC, if you ask me, and I know equally you can take it to the bank to
talk your own.
No matter how talk your own.
All right.
Our concern is to be able to persuade the various political parties.
Yes.
So that by tomorrow, you know that if we emerge, you know that we have a viable opposition.
Okay.
So for us, we must know whether they are just floating, or they just want to. We know before now, prior to the Buhari emergence, they were more or less like a pressure group. When they assumed power, they were a little bit confused on what to do with the power. So we want to be sure that you do not take another route in Edo State.
I'll come back.
We want to be sure.
I'll come back to you. Now it's time to talk your own right now, because he mentioned something, and that is what is making the hold on, first. Doesn't making the round. They said there's a power block in Edo North. He mentioned the name. There's 7 senators right now, and there's also a power block that has structure in Edo South. That these structures may just be the beginning of the end of the party in this election. The collusion of the North and of course the South in your part. I wouldn't want to mention the factor from the South for good reasons, but for the governor is quite popular. But right now, there seems to be a structural tussle also in your party. How are you going to rectify that in the APC?
I have to correct the fact that there is no structural puzzle in my party, the All Progressive Congress. Now, when it comes to primary...
Are you sure?
Yeah, let me give you...
It just be economical with the truth.
Let me give you a very same analysis. When it comes to political party primary, the kind of structure we'll be talking about here, and we're not going to talk about the individual structure. That's why I said there are party structure and there are aspirant structure.
But these aspirant structure, the party structure, don't forget that.
I'm coming, sir.
And now there's a huge fight right now, according to what they're saying in your party.
I'm coming. Let me explain something to you.
Okay.
Party structure become very, very acidic in win an election. But when moving from an aspirant to a candidate, your structure inside the party has to do with those who you are close to. If you are going to use indirect primary, the person you are saying have a block in Edo South, have those in Edo North, he can as well call, and they will respect him. This is the kind of structure we are talking about. That was why I said there are two structures when it comes to playing politics. I am contesting. I have my people in this party.
And that's your structure?
Yes. That if I want to do meeting 1 a.m. at midnight, I will call them, they will answer me. Then the party on our own, have structures to win an election. That is to say, if we are giving the ticket to you, Wincy, the party structure will galvanize around you and make sure you win. But for you to become a candidate, a flag bearer of that same party, your structure inside the party becomes very, very acidic. That is the same reason why you see that some persons will say they're not giving me ticket, I not agree. While they are moving, some part of the party move with them.
Which is the structure.
Now, what we are talking about here is for you to become a candidate, your structure inside the party. And don't forget, the electoral law have made some amendment that if you have contested here, you are going nowhere to contest again. If you contest a primary in APC, you are not going to another party to contest it.
In that election year.
At least you can play the spoilers game.
Now, what we need to do is this.
Yes.
We have to wait after the primary. Okay. Don't forget, the last time I was here, I said something that in my party, it's going to be more easy because we have a head. Unlike some party where this one tell you I'm the head, they don't tell you I'm the head, they don't tell you I'm the tail. Like what you just said, the deputy governor of the state is saying, no, you betray me, I will not take this. I'll tell people to punish you. Then we have those that originally brought this same man and say that we've been in opposition for years, we want to see what it looked like to rule the party. And since he has been there, they have been like this. We are not happy at all. Hold their hands full. Now election is coming, you want to say, let's settle everything. And you did not wait and say, okay, let the party pick the candidates they want. You are backing someone that has never been in the picture.
Pidgin English, talk your own.
You see, let me quickly say this. No, there is an erroneous impression that I need to correct.
Are coming from.
Okay.
The governor should have waited and said, now that there are faction in the party, let it be an upright, I support no man.
Okay, fine.
Let me quickly say this, Wilson, please.
I'm going straight down to
let me quickly say this.
Okay,
you see, there's an erroneous impression that the government is a mere speculation. You see, let us be very sincere. I'm happy you are a husband, you are a father. You can't tell me when anything is going on in your house, you don't have a say. Is that what you are saying? That you don't have a say as a husband and as a father? You can't influence our children's decision in the course of study. So it's like that. It is we report it to the larger society.
Okay.
For you to say that the governor of a state should not have a say in what happened in his state or who succeeding, it is an aberration. Okay. I'm not saying that governor has put anybody a single individual.
At detriment of others.
Not at detriment of others. It's a family affair that all of us will need to interface and agree. If for no reason there is some kind of disturbance here and there, you can still come around and settle it. We are for family.
I'll come back to you on that.
Yes, I'm coming, sir.
That's not your turn. You just took this one. Hold on.
Let me quickly say this. I think our take away from here just now is that, just like what I rightly said, that if two brothers fight to death because of their father's inheritance, strangers will inherit that inheritance.
Over now to you, Mayor. Now, from what they said structure is important before the main election. That structure is important in primaries, and of course, before the main election, you cannot talk about the party structure. You've heard both of them argue, one from PDP extraction, the other from the APC extractions, and from what we're hearing right now, that there is structure tussle in both of these parties, even in your party, Labour Party. You have some heavyweights there
that one is,
that are really battling for the structure and the soul of the party to come out as candidates. Take it up from there.
Let me quickly correct one thing, one notion I've been that I heard on the background, although I'm not hearing the speakers clearly. Based on your them and your interjection, I simply understand that talking about the factions in PDP and the one in the APC.
And of course, the
Mr.
one in Labour
Winston,
Party also.
Mr. Winston, let me tell you one thing, or let me remind you. During the 23 general election, you remember what played out when the governor of the state, Godwin Obaseki, had his own faction in PDP, and the primary was conducted, and another faction that belongs to Dan Obi, where my very dear brother, Mike Onolime, also contested the House of Senate. And at the end of the day, which of the group was recognized by INEC? It's not the one from the governor. That was the one that was recognized. Let me put it clear to you. All this structure that they're talking about, the structure here, in my own opinion, I would say the structure is important. As a politician, you need to have a structure. You need to have people that you can bank on. You can go to them anytime, any day. They will be responsive to your appeals. But in this sense, it has nothing to do with structure anymore. When you see what played out in the last election, you know that it has nothing to do. Repairing Nigeria has nothing to do with political fashions having some.
Even in primaries, Mayor, even in primaries, don't forget you have to cross the hurdle of the primaries before you become a candidate. I say that structure is so important in primaries.
Mr. Wilson,
yes.
Mr. Wilson, let me land. That is where I'm coming in. See, the primaries you're talking about now, the governor-backed candidate, which is in PDP, has already endorsement from the Edo Central extractions. They have already endorsed him to say, okay, this is who we are sending. And he has been harmonizing with every other political powers or persons in that region and every other region in Edo State. The structure is important, but the way you present the structure that accept that is what matters. Is it the structure that you greed, that you want to fight the powers that be? Is it the structure that you put in place just to have some crumbs from the aspirant to come up to you, to woo you to vote for them, to give them your vote? So if that is the structure you're talking about, I'm telling you, this time is not going to work, because I thought people know what they want. That's the reason why I said it has nothing to do with structures. Winning the primaries, let me tell you, winning the primaries, it has to be like, it's something where everybody has to follow the rules and regulations. So if the governor of the state, I'm talking about PDP right now, I don't want to come to APC yet. If the governor of the state is being recognized as a leader of that party, as a businessman, as a politician, look left and right on the righteous side, which was the government side, that is on the other side. In the APC has their own problem. The problem they have, it might even end up at the end of the day not having a valid candidate to be presented in 2024. That is just my own projection. So it happens at this time that we know where we all stand. I'm talking about PDP and APC and Labour Party. Labour Party also have their own problem, which is kind of let us not talk about the ones that are not included. You understand? So they are talking about, we need to look at, is the structure for the benefit of the good people of Edo State, or is the benefit for their pocket? The structure where they will ask an aspirant to go and bring some certain amount of money before they can support them, is that the way you want to take Edo State forward? See, Edo people are angry and they are yearning for development. So when you bring the structure since 1999 that you have erected, that you have organized, you bring it before them in 2024 when they see first-hand hardship and poverty and undeveloped environment, they're going to be angry. Right. So it is better we do it in a way that can be free and fair to everybody and leave the structure aside.
Okay.
The deputy governor of Edo State, Philip Ishuaibu, he is coming forward. In all fairness, I know what he is backing for. But in my own opinion, I will ask him, Oga, kindly step down for one reason, for equity, fairness, and justice. That is my own opinion. In APC, I don't know the kind of card they want to play, but I believe every political party is looking at the Edo Central.
Okay.
Central,
Okay.
which is fair in my own opinion. But
All right.
I am telling you, the structure have a role to play, but not the major role, because those people doesn't vote based on structures. The woman in the village who is going to cast in her vote based on the economic situation is not going to be looking at structure.
Okay, I'll come back to you, Mayor.
I'm coming. Let me round up with this.
Yes.
The Nigerian youth who is angry that is being neglected, that he has finished school for over many years, that he does not have a job, he's not going to be looking at structure before he casts his or her vote. You remember what happened in the election when Edo State was overwhelmed by obedience and everybody voted for Peter Obi. We voted for Peter Obi because he told us what he was coming to come and do. And that's the reason why I don't vote for him. So we need a candidate that is not relevant. We need a candidate that can come forward and tell us, this is what I want to do, and this is how I want to do it, and the people will line up behind that person.
I will come back to you, Mayor, because right now you are like, interloping between the main election and primaries, but you're making wonderful points, valid points about the primaries, also saying that it's not everything about structure. Definitely come to you. Hold on.
No, let me quickly say this. Let me just clear some gray areas.
Briefly.
He has spoken well.
Yes.
What he has talked about, it is post-primaries. It is after primaries.
Yes.
That's exactly what he has elucidated. For us, let me quickly use two states as a case study. Like the immediate Supreme Court judgment of Plateau State.
Yes.
We saw how the Supreme Court judgment reduced the decisions of the tribunal and the appeal court. To tell the truth, it's situated in that the primaries is purely the matter of the party. And go to Benue State as we speak very just now. There is a squabble between the SDF and the sitting governor. That is in APC. So for us, it is purely a structural thing for primaries.
I'll come back to you.
What he's saying is okay when after the candidates has emerged.
Okay.
That is where it become the Edo State affair.
I'll come back
it is
to you.
now, it's a party affair. But let me just round up. How many percentage belongs to a political party?
Okay.
Of the percentage of the population of the Edo State? How many percentage?
Okay, fine. Honorable Holden, I'll come back to you. It would be unfair for me to mention some names in PDP without mentioning some names in APC. So I have to do that for clarity and for fairness sake. It's all about fairness.
You're right.
Let me come to you first. So we have a POI. And for what they are saying, he said he is the leader of structures in Edo South. You can't take it from him. We have a 7th senator, the person of Adams Ali Oshomole. The structure also in the Northern Part, you cannot take it from him. We have so many others in your party that are struggling to come out tops. And they are saying that these are like poles. They do not meet. Do you think it's going to affect the chance of your party, knowing fully well that putting equity, fairness, and justice on the table, something definitely might just go awry in your parties ahead of the primaries?
I want to clarify some points.
Yes.
If I fail to do that, it shows I'm not within the party. First, there is no problem in my party, APC.
See, whenever people start saying there's no problem, when I hear from PDP, APC, Labour, it tends to get me a little bit itchy.
I told you earlier, I said the guy doesn't
do Have you ever heard of two ward chairman in one ward in APC? There is no double chairman in APC. We don't have two senatorial leaders. We don't have two state chairmen, or we are not having a party that have not convened a state working committee meeting for the past 1 or 2 years. A party just did that after 2-3 years. I don't know if you are getting it. When you are going to say a party or a political party have a problem, is when there is a division within the party. But when you are talking about Pastor Osagezeyamu Pioa having his own structure within the party.
Have you heard of Code War?
I'm coming, sir. He's allowed.
Don't forget, up to 37 of you.
Listen.
37 structures.
37 aspirants have been going on from one local government to another. Have you ever heard that a particular word said, no, we're not going to see Zeyamu? But what you see is the man will come as if it's already a campaign season. So it becomes a problem when the Edo South said, Clemagba, don't come here, we don't want to receive you. That's when you're going to come and say, this party have a problem.
There's never been such case in the PDP.
Why are they not receiving this man? I don't know if you are getting it. When you go to the Edo North, presently, you're going to ask who is the leader of the party in the state. we know the person. He has his own personal right to say, this is who I want to see.
You mean there's no squabble in leadership?
I'm coming. There's no squabble in
We know the leader of APC in Edo State.
Okay.
Yes.
Before Oshomole told all of us, he nominated somebody to be the leader.
Yeah.
So don't come here and
you see another man coming up and say, no,
don't come here and
party where you have one man say, I am the leader. The other will tell you, no, I am in a God. My
friend, no, see.
You are interjecting.
I'm
misinforming the public.
No, I'm not misinforming the public.
You react.
You just said something that we know the leader of APC
He has the floor, please.
He nominated.
Now, when
Adam Sosholem nominated senator.
When the SAT
You are interjecting. He has the floor.
Go ahead.
Honorable sir,
Go ahead.
I keep saying this thing. As a party, when you have internal crisis, there's going to be sharing. But within a party, it is heavy for me to say I am supporting Pastor Saige Ezeyamo and I want him to be the next governor. Or I want to be the candidate of our party. And you as a city senator will say, no, I am supporting Clemagba. I want Clemagba to be my candidate. Where the structure now comes in is when we now go for the direct or indirect primary, then the Pastor Saige Ezeyamo will now use the structure in Edo North to collect some votes from Edo North, collect some from Edo South and Edo Central. And the same man that is Clemagba from Edo North, we get votes from Edo North, Edo Central and Edo South. But at the end of the day, the person that is going to be the flag bearer will be chosen according to the number of votes.
So you're saying it's going to be a fair fight, but there are issues.
There are no issues.
And no structural squabble.
No structural squabble at all, because Ezeyamo,
Okay.
which is a man that is going to be the next governor of the state, is having his own personal structure within the party. If Adam Oshomole is saying, no, Ezeyamo, I'm not supporting, have you ever heard him say something like that? No. He has never come out to say, Ezeyamo, I'm not supporting you.
Okay.
Or you see Odubu coming to say, no, now, why will give Ezeyamo? No. You have never heard any information from the party member saying, we need this or we don't need this. What you have been seeing is the aspirant moving from local government to local government. Check when Ezeyamo went to the Edo North you are talking about.
All right.
It was like a carnival.
Let me quickly correct what you say. Let me quickly. No, in a few seconds.
You keep correcting
in a few seconds. No, in a few seconds.
Just 20 seconds.
You see, he has raised another issue. That have you ever heard from the frontliner leaders?
Yes.
It was before the public glare when one Akohia in Edo North quoted Oshomole that he told him in a meeting that SYZ aspirants will be their candidate.
But Oshomole never.
No.
All right, now let's go to Benjamin. Hold on. Let's go to Benjamin. They are saying that in this primary, it is going to be the war of structures. It's going to be a war of structures. Fair war in the sense that I have my structure, you have your structure, we have our own structure. The structures will come out to play. That is what they're saying right now in Edo State in each political party. You get to hear, you just can't underestimate the man with a structure in the party. What do you have to say about this, Benjamin, in terms of structure fighting itself to gain dominance for the primaries? Please unmute yourself. Unmute yourself, please. Can you hear me? But I can see, but can you hear me? Okay, not to worry. We'll soon get back to you after rectify one or two connection issue, Benjamin. I will definitely get back to you. All right?
Hear me now.
Okay, loud and clear. I can hear you now. The fight between structures of each aspirant. Take it up from there.
Let me say, like what I was saying, the problem we have in Nigeria is the constitutional problem. Constitutional problem is what is affecting everything in Nigeria, including our institution, including this structure they're talking about, that they created for themselves just for their own personal pocket and all that. It is a constitutional problem. If we actually practice a democracy where, just like the Americans, where they don't have delegates, have is like primaries where some people who are willing to cast their vote at the primary level will go there. Like every political party member will have the floor to cast their vote for the candidate, for the aspirant, before going to the major election. That would have been a very great thing. But in Nigeria, it's not like that. The Constitution has created a room for corruption, for delegates.
Okay, I believe that we're having connection problem there. Well, Benjamin, if we just reestablish connection, definitely we will come back to you, Benjamin. Right now, they are saying it's a war of structures. You can't take it away from what they are saying in the public domain. After all, we have politicians, seasoned politicians in the public domain that are saying, Wilson, forget it, this is a war of structure. The governor has his own structure, the deputy has his own structure. We have so many others also that refuse to appear for that, how will I put it now, meeting in Edo Central. Yes, they have their own structure. Even in your party also, they say we have an Osaime structure, we have a POI structure, we have an Oshomole structure, a Klemaba structure. In Labour Party, we have an Akpata structure. We have also, so many structures in the party.
Listen,
do you think it's going to be healthy for the primaries? Before call it a wrap on this,
listen, let me be very frank with you.
Mr. Wilson,
primaries
is not going to be healthy. It's not a healthy idea.
Okay.
It's not a healthy background for the political party. This will only bring anarchy, greed, and misunderstanding between the aspirant. And as I'm talking to you today, I know how much aspirants have spent in running this election. They have not even done the primaries. Even the ones in Labour Party, the ones in PDP and APC, they are spending money up and down, consulting with people, telling people that, the group leaders coming up to them to say, we will help you do this, we will vote for you, and all, just to get money for themselves. This is the structure I see. This is the structure I see. That is the structure. They created this structure because of the primaries, just for them to put money in their pocket. Until we do away with these structures, development will not come to Nigeria. So, in election in general, the structure will not have a play. The election will not have the structure will not have a play, will not have an effect on the candidate that is going to be the next governor of Edo State. It can only have a play at the primaries, which is already playing now. But I am telling you, the good people of Edo State and the Edo people, they are wise, and we know what we want. And even the Benins, the great Benins and the greatest circles are pointing hand to the Edo Central. So I am employing every other candidate who are coming from these regions. I know the political play that they are trying to play, just trying to be relevant and all that, to also bring their light to the Edo Central and choose a particular candidate that can lead Edo State forward. Because you saying I am a structure in Edo North, for example, the former governor of Edo State, Ali Oshomole, Senator Ali Oshomole, I respect him so much. He's my elder brother. But the most important thing is that he himself knows that Edo State needs somebody that can take Edo State forward from this henceforth, because he himself as a senator is not finding it easy. So he's not going to it's not going to do with structure anymore. Everybody to place his or her mind to say it is no longer structure. Until we remove this ideology, getting a candidate from political platform in Nigeria, in Edo State, Nigeria will not move forward.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mayor. I believe that's your last line on this discussion. We have a barrister, Greg Adaza, and of course, Alhaji Warikedo, come share their opinions. Gentlemen, 1 minute each.
1 minute.
We're going to conclude. Yes, because they have to continue from where you stopped. They've been waiting. They've been waiting.
You see, we see. Let me, my friend said something earlier.
Yes. 1 minute.
So for me, I'm not surprised. For a very long time, they've been out of power in Edo State.
Yeah.
So for us, that preside over the patrimony and the collective, well-being of the Edo people, there's need for us having a governor. So invariably, governor is the leader of that party, because he will pay the piper dictates the tune.
Sure. Thank you.
So again, sir, let me quickly say this: the primary is purely based on structure. Let nobody deceive us. First thing, politics is money. The last thing is money. In the Nigerian state, as we speak, very
first thing money, last thing money.
You know why? My friend said something. My friend from Germany said something just now, that the brain is the constitution. Us moving forward is the constitution.
Okay.
The issue is, are we practicing presidential system of government? Is it a quasi a presidential system of government? Is it a unity system?
Thank you.
We are confused as a nation.
Thank you.
We don't know the system we are
Thank you.
practicing.
Thank you
so
so
there's,
much,
there's
Honorable.
bound to be confusion.
Thank you.
In every nook and cranny of the Nigerian states.
Thank you
so
so
that's
much.
why we are here today.
Festus, your 1 minute. Thank you so much, Honorable. Your 1 minute. Yes.
When say, I guess I have to clarify this one again that in the All Progressive Congress, which I'm from, there is no division and we remain one.
People will just say this party man is not telling us the truth.
Don't worry, that is a
I don't people to know who is telling them the truth.
Hold on, he has his 1 minute.
What I'm going to add to this is I have to talk to political parties to understand that the forthcoming election is going to be an election of the Edo people. But let the party choose the best out of all candidates. Because if the three major political parties have the best candidates line up for the election, whoever emerge as the governor will take Edo State to the next level.
Thank you. I know you have
Listen, again, I just want to say my people, just want to tell them, you see, Edo people, you are aware now. For you, there's no information that is not before you. I am here representing the PDP, telling you that, yes, there is some lacuna in the PDP system.
Thank
you.
you.
Know.
Thank you.
My brother from APC,
thank you.
APC
Back after this break, don't go away.
APC remain one. We don't have fashion.